To make the discussion easier and shorter, let's put this into a metaphor. So how does a teacher as the head of class become one of the drivers of the community? These both represent community. One of the most essential building blocks in order to move is the cell. Let's take the cell as a representation of school, having the same duty of making a community move, but a cell alone could not serve its purpose if there's no driving force to push it, the wind. And this is where we'll start our talk. While schools, the cell, teachers are the driving force to move these cells. First of all, teachers must be able to drive or manage the class properly, because the students will be driving the community themselves somehow in the future. The second, parents, the bond between student, teachers must be strong, but there must be a space between them. That boundary is respect. To gain respect is to manage. You can manage properly without gaining respect from the class. It's the root of classroom management, and these are the fruits: organization, focus, attentiveness, and productiveness. But how to manage a pool of different personalities? Howard Miller, Associate Professor of Education at Lincoln University, suggested 12 steps teachers can perform at the beginning of the year to promote effective classroom management. Number 1. Develop a set of written expectation. You can read minds, ask the class to write the expectation that you can live with, and enforce the written expectation will guide you all throughout the school year. This doesn't mean accomplishing all the expectation, just knowing what is beneficial, and not at least you will have an idea of your student views. Second, be consistent. Consistency is only highly effective when you are giving your student quality education. And third, be patient with yourself and your students if you choose profession such as teaching. You need a whole lot of patience, demonstrate professional behavior, and a positive attitude so you will set a good example to your students. Remember that you can manage a class without managing yourself first. And fourth, make parents your allies. Call early and often, and always use the word concern. When communicating concern, be specific and descriptive. Having your students' parents on your side is advantageous in various ways by means of guiding the students toward the right path. And number 5, don't talk too much, because the average span of a student is less 10 minutes and you have to make use all of it. Use the first 15 minutes of class for lectures or presentation, then get the kids working after 15 minutes. The attention of the class is divided into the things in the surroundings. Talking non-stop may cause your student to lose their focus. Break the class period into 2 or 3 different activities. Use special activities in the classroom to make the learning enjoyable. Be sure each activity sequence is smoothly into the next, so do not invest the topic into another. Number 7. Begin at the very beginning and end at the very end. To make efficient use of learning time, wasting time during class period only result to hassling over the remaining topics at the end of the class. Your approaches in the end, students will only lose the knowledge they deserve to get. Number 8. Don't roll call. Roll calling only reduces the learning time, students, and class commotion on your teaching schedule. Take the roll with your seating chart while students are working in step. Number 9. Keep all students actively involved. For example, while a student does a presentation, involve the other students and evaluating it. A person involvement blocks the feelings of being neglected, thus raises the possibility of them losing interest in their studies. Number 10. Discipline individual students quietly and privately. Never engage in a disciplinary conversation across the room, supplying the students with words of wisdom, and the consequence of their disobedience or their impotence could not be done during class hours. Students may lose self-esteem. In order to help each child to grow to his or her fullest potential. Teachers should know how to approach them in the right way. Number 11. Keep your sense of humor. The students get talk with teachers who have a lot of sense of humor. Cracking jokes in class help on focusing their attention on you while you are discussing, but as always, set a boundary between you and your students so the jokes won't you overboard and spoil the discussion. Number 12. Know when to ask for help. Asking for assistance is not a crime. No matter how we try to compose ourselves, there will be times when we will need a guidance involving our works. Don't be afraid to ask others, especially those who have more experience, so to make your way of teaching. The school and community collaborates in such ways. Parents are the first teachers at home, government officials, professionals, and all residents are highly motivated to participate in PTA activities and projects. The community keep the school surrounding clean and share resources whenever needed. This collaborate yields such benefits. So these are the benefits. Number 1, collaborative relationships, organized associations, public safety, beautification and cleanliness, values exhibited, instructional centers, and materials. So according to Lehrman Melvin, we cannot live for ourselves alone. Our lives are connected by 1,000 invisible threads, and along the sympathetic fibers, our action runs as causes to us as a result. But there are important terms that connect school to the community: linkage and network. Linkage or partnership that is not as strong as the network. Example of these are the barangays, hospitals, and church near the school that are always working in company, while network are strong partnership between organizations, both public and private sectors. So example of these are departments of education and researchers departments. So the teacher is the wind, the school is the sail, the boat itself is the community, the rope and mast are the linkage of the two. The wind makes the sail move, while the sail makes the boat work. Without the rope and mast which hold the sail, the whole thing will be insensible. School and community are interconnected in many ways. Without the works of the other one is useless. The same goes with the people operating inside the two.